Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've come here from my socials such as my Instagram, you may have noticed that I've already done this makeup look but on one of my clients, and ever since I've done it I was obsessed with it, so I've decided why not do it for a tutorial. If you're new here, my name is Emma Brown and I'm a makeup artist, and today I've decided to do this festival inspired makeup tutorial. Basically my client said to me that she couldn't decide whether she wanted green or blue in her eyes, so I thought why not do both, and yeah, this is how that look came out. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way it looks. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I created this look, I have decided to do just an eye makeup tutorial today, as I have already got an in-depth tutorial called the prom inspired makeup tutorial, and yeah, everything that I've done to my face is basically exactly the same as on there. So yeah, if you'd like to see that, then go and have a look at that. But yeah, just for the eyes today, I have decided to do one eye off camera and obviously film the other one for you guys. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. So as you can already tell, I've already done my eyebrows on one eye off camera to save time. Firstly, I'll be taking my Bourjois Maxi Delight bronzer and a fluffy crease brush. I'll be buffing this into my crease using circular motions. This will act as our transition shade and will help the other colours to blend more seamlessly. Now, picking up the shade Running Late from my SOPH Extra Spice palette, I'll be placing this colour in the same way that I did with the bronzer. This will add more warmth to the eye. Now, using a smaller crease brush and the shade Sweet and Sour, I am placing this slightly under the two shades, making sure to pack this colour onto the lid whilst buffing the colour up so that it blends into the two other shades perfectly. Taking a mix of both chocolate orange and cheesecake with a smaller shader brush, I am dabbing this onto the areas where I want the most depth, such as the outer corner and the deepest part of my crease. Then blending the edges with a small fluffy crease brush. Now, using the shade Brownies, I'll be deepening the outer section of my eye even further using the same small shader brush and same technique. I find with darker eyeshadows it's much easier to pack the colour onto the lid in the shape that you want and then blend in the edges, as this will give you the most colour payoff. Going back in with the shades Sweet and Sour and Chocolate Orange, I'll be using windshield wiper light motions as well as tiny circular motions to diffuse the edges. Now I am using one of my all-time favourite palettes, which is the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. I am using the NYX Glitter Primer to prime my eyelids ready for the eyeshadow. This will help to give way more colour payoff as well as make it last much longer. I am using just my finger to really press this primer onto the lid whilst avoiding putting too much product around the edges. We want this application to be as thin as possible. Then going in with the copper shade from the palette and putting this in the same areas as we did with the NYX primer. Again, making sure those edges are nice and blended, as we are aiming for more of a soft smoky eye as opposed to a cut crease. Now, taking the deep bronze shade, I'm using this to help blend the copper in with the outer corner. This will also help create more depth to the eye. Then going back in with the shade Brownies, I am further deepening the outer corner. I am basically repeating the exact same steps that I did prior to using the copper shadow. This is just to make sure none of the pigment was lost after applying the shimmery shades. Then to add more depth to my crease, I'm going back in with the shade Cheesecake. To finish off the eyelids, with a large fluffy brush, I'm going back into my original transition shade, running late and using a minimal amount to blur out the edges. Now for the best part, my lower lash line. I am taking the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in shade C4 with a dense buffing brush and packing this under the eye. As I have Russian lashes, I find it easier if I lift the corners when applying product to those areas. Now picking up any green pencil liner, I am putting this onto my waterline as well as underneath, keeping this colour on the inner half of my eye. For some annoying reason, the colour didn't want to stick to my waterline, however I do fix it later, don't worry. Now taking NYX Sunrise Blue eyeliner, I'm scribbling this onto the outer half of my lower lash line and connecting this with the green liner. Using a small shader brush, I am taking the emerald green shade from the Heavy Metals palette and packing it over the green eyeliner. Then doing the exact same thing with the blue shade. To create a smoother transition, I am taking the teal shade and placing this in the middle of the blue and the green. To give the inner corner more of a pop like I have on my other eye, I take MAC pigment in Golden Olive and press this onto the inner third of my lower lash line. When you told me every little thing's gonna be alright. Going back in with the shade Chocolate Orange, I am placing this beneath the blue and green colours. This will give the illusion of a shadow under the two shades and will help connect the lower lash line with the upper lid. I think that because this shade has such a contrast with the blues and greens, it really helps to make the colours pop even more. Then going back in with the transition shade to buff everything out. Here I'm using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette, however any highlight of your choice would be fine for this step. With a pencil brush, I'm taking the pearl shade and using this to highlight my inner corner. Then with a smaller brush, taking a mix of the pearl and champagne colour and packing this onto my brow bone. Then buffing out the edges. As I previously mentioned, I do obviously have eyelash extensions, however for a great alternative I'd highly recommend the Yasmin Cosmetics lashes in London. In my opinion, once applied, these lashes look exactly like Russian lashes. Okay, so I've just finished the rest of my makeup off camera and this is the finished look. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and please type in any pictures if you do try this makeup yourself, as I'd love to see that. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!